What's good, y'all? I just wanted to start, maybe doing a little story time thing for y'all. Just something a little different. Now, this story time might be a little controversial. I really hope that nobody involved ever comes across this video. Although, really, truly, I don't really actually care. I'll keep it to peace. I want problems, nothing but problems. Nah, I'm playing. But on a serious note, I genuinely don't care. Every, it's like if I can't tell a story about some shit that happened to me, I don't know, man. If the niggas that did it to me is mad, it's like, who really cares? Um, I won't be using anyone's real name for very blatantly obvious reasons. Uh, so for the girl, we'll say her name is Jane. For the boy, we'll say his name is Bob, right? So for the purpose of the story, it's Jane and Bob. Try to keep that in mind.
Honest to God, I feel like this whole situation is really just my fault, bro. I did this to myself.
Yeah. So on top of that, additionally, if I also want to say, because I don't want to come across as salty, but I do want to get this out the way. If you do see this video and you are the people in question, I just have one thing to say.
Nigga, fuck you.
So our story starts as me as a wee lad in elementary school. Somehow, by the grace of God, I guess, my mom and Bob's mom knew each other from when they were kids in Jamaica. So inevitably, Bob and I became friends. Bob and I were like really locked in, except for a few moments where Bob would do some stupid shit like we would get into a play fight and he would leave me under a bus one time. That's a whole nother story. But for the most part, Bob and I were just great friends. This friendship spanned from elementary school to middle school and even to high school. I mean, like we would just be on our mom's home phones talking to each other all the time. Like we would play the game sometimes on PC. I don't know if y'all remember Marvel Superhero Squad Online and shit like that. Me, him, and my one of my closest friends. We don't talk anymore. We'll say Coca-Cola just for the memes. He'll understand if he sees this. But yeah, we were good friends. Like always on the phone, always hanging out, whatever. Our moms were cool. It was like cool times. So now I'm in high school. This is where we introduced Jane. So I met Jane my freshman year of high school through a friend of hers, which was a girl I was dating, but not really, but I was. That was the most complicated way to explain that. But basically, I met Jane through my ex. Pop your comment. I know someone, if this video ever gets seen by the public, I know someone is like, Wesley, you dog. You met this girl through your ex and then dated her? What are you, a whore? No. I didn't even really want to date the ex for just context. I was forced to date the ex and guilt tripped. All right. So no, it's not on me. I'm not accepting that. No, I'm not taking that blame. You're not going to give that to me. Jane and I hit it off. But Jane, anyone who went to high school with me knows that I dated Jane. It's like we were dating that long, right? One thing about Jane is a real piece of work. Some might say Jane is fucking crazy. It's me. I'm the one that might be saying it, right? So I'm love Jane. Or at least I think, of course, I'm 14, 15, 16, thinking like, of course, I love this girl. I love Jane. Jane's gonna be my wife one day. Like I love me some Jane. So my mom has this charity event she's doing where I think it was like a movie night or something like that for like the kids where you raise money doing a movie night, whatever. I think it was like $5 a ticket, whatever. Those are not important details. What I get the genius idea to do, I'm like, yo, this would be a great chance for her to meet my mom. Like, this is how stupid I was. It's a great chance for her to meet my mom, you know.
Plus, there'll be a good chance for her to meet my friend, one of my closest friends. And, it's just a great opportunity all around. I just want her to be in my life forever. Like, forever, ever. Like, what could possibly possibly go wrong?
So again, I set this up. I'm like, hey, my mom's doing this thing. Can you help out? I go to Bob and I'm like, hey, can you help me and help my mom out, set up this event, whatever. Like he lived in the area, so it's like it'd be easy. I'm gonna come with Jane from school right after school, and you'll get to meet her because I'm talking about her all the time, and you'll get to meet my mom or whatever. Which, I mean, again, Chad, I'm like 15, 16, so my perception of relationships, I'm thinking like, yeah, we set forever. We for lifers, right? Biggest fucking buffoon in all of New York. At this point, they both agree to show up, whatever, and help my mom out. Cool, cool. So the day of the movie thing comes up, and Jane is acting a little weird. She's like, hey, like, I'm not too sure if I should meet your mom, or I should even meet Bob, like, like, what if they don't like me, whoopie woo. And I'm like, there's no way they don't like you. You're great. You're great, right? I'm so delusional at this point. I mean, of course, I'm saying that with hindsight that I was delusional back then. I mean, obviously back then I thought she was the cat's friggin' pajamas, as the kids be saying. Or as the old heads be saying, not even the kids, the old heads be saying that shit. So we arrive, they meet, they shake hands, everything is normal. Everything's cool. Matter of fact, they're hitting it off. Like they're hitting it off a little too well. Right? Of course, at the time, I'm not really paying no mind to it because it's like, dude, one of my best friends and my girlfriend are getting along. I'm ecstatic. Like, okay, cool. I get up, I go to the bathroom, during the movie thing. I come back, they're chatting it up like they've been friends all their lives. Now, none of this is the problem. We haven't even gotten to the bad part yet. So at this point, we're all friends, we're all cool, everything's great.
But then my canon event occurred.
So one important detail about this ex that I'm forgetting to mention, almost forgot, most important part, she had a very semi-strict parent. One of those like wanna be strict, but not really kind of parents. And so her mom was like, no social media, but it's like, she was really fiending to be on Facebook. Like she was really fiending to be on Facebook. So she made a fake account, and sometimes she would use my account or she would use my phone to log into her fake account so her mom wouldn't catch her or whatever the thought process was. We were kids, we were dumb. We thought we were getting away with shit. So one day, I'm on my phone to log into Facebook on my phone because I had one of them Nokia Windows phones. I don't know if y'all remember those, but I'll probably put a picture of it somewhere. So I go on my browser to use Facebook, and I'm logged into her account. Something tells me, yo, look through the messages. Like, who cares? We look through each other's messages all the time. Like, we were supposed to be locked in. Listen, when I tell y'all that was the biggest mistake because what I found almost obliterated me. She was saying shit like, have you ever received nudes? Do you know how to give a girl pleasure? Nigga, do you miss me? Like, do you miss me? Man, my young lady out here asking niggas if they have big Schlong Johnsons. Schlong Johnsons. And then worst of all, my mans for 10 years is asking shorty if, oh man, he out here saying shit to her like, I'll and you deal. At this point, it dawns on me like, yo, my
respectable young lady
really going, like it's really just dead out here for me. And so I sat down for about an hour, and then I called Coca-Cola. I'm like, yo, Coca-Cola, like she's really doing this, that, and the third with our friend Whoop-de-Whoop-de-Woo. Obviously Whoop-de-Whoop-de-Woo is Bob, and he says the shit that just makes me feel so much better, and she held it against me for the rest of our relationship. He goes, yo bro, like that's just Thotimus Prime. and I fucking lost it. And I laughed it off in the moment. Like, we had a good laugh. But the next day, when I had to wake up for school, I was pissed. I was so pissed. I blocked her number. I didn't want to talk to her. I was done. I was so done. She kept sending her friends to come talk to me, and I was just like avoiding her the entire day at school. Now, it gets to a point where we finally get to confront each other in the library, and I told her, like, yo, I'm done. I'm breaking up with you. It's over. And I would love to tell you guys that, like, I stayed on that. I stood on that, guys. But what can I say? I have such a weakness for when women cry. I can't stand when women cry. I can't stand seeing women cry. I don't know what it is. And I'm going to end the music for this part. I'm going to pause it real quick because I most definitely took her back.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I know what some of you are thinking, like, why would he take her back? Is he stupid? Like, is he insane? And the answer to your question is, yes, I am a little bit sped. Yes, absolutely. The things that we do for love, you know, like the things I do for love, you know? So I told her, like, I'm like, nah, but if we're gonna do this, you gotta block him and never speak to him again. Ever. Ever. Little did I know, while we were dating, they would become best friends. And I was so hurt over that shit for such a long ass time. Like, it even got to the point where I was just bitter, bro. I was just holding on to that shit. It was just no good for your boy until my current girlfriend was like, yo, you should let it go. You should try reconnecting with him. That was your closest friend. And niggas tried to have a part 2 of this story. I'll probably tell that another story, but it was just like, it was just all bad for me, bro. All bad. Me and the girl eventually broke up years later on some crazy shit where she accused me of cheating. So it's like, damn, bro, like, it just doesn't end. I think I'm gonna end the story there before I embarrass myself anymore. Been advised by the FBI to tell y'all what I learned from this situation, and really, I don't know. I mean, I could say just like, fuck,
Young lady.
get your money up, you know, focus on your life and all that other shit, but like, that's not really what I learned. What I learned is to have discernment in who I'm dating and more self-respect for myself. You know what I'm saying? Stop tolerating certain behaviors that you just can't stand. If you know you can't take it, just don't even do it. Stop trying to. Not everybody needs to be your friend. You don't have to be liked by everybody. And if you see your shorties going, just leave. Go about your business. You know, have some self-respect. Do better for yourself. Work on yourself and better yourself. At the end of the day, that's really all we can do. All you can do in the end is work on yourself and just better yourself. Stop staying for people that don't fuck with you or don't love you. Stop staying where you're not wanted. I think told me that he learned from the story, you know, how everybody takes their own takeaway from the story. And he said that he learned this.
Dog, woman is ants, woman is grums, woman is trash water, gutter water.
I mean, hey, hey, his views don't reflect mine. And who am I to tell him that's not what you learned from that? Everybody's gonna learn something different from this video. Like, you know, that's what he learned, and who am I to disagree? You know, there's maybe a small part of me that's been holding in, calling her a or a no good, conniving, or even a selfish piece of king. And I could have said the friend that betrayed me was a thing, ugly, fat, pathetic, stupid, moronic, absolutely piece of fucking. And I hope y'all are happy together because you two deserve each other, because you guys are both. But I won't do that because I'm healed, we're better, therapy is working, and we're doing great. We love everybody. Peace and love and prosperity for everybody. This is Wes, though, post video Wes. I just wanted to say thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate it. You know, if you like what you see, you know, like and subscribe. It took me a long time to even start doing videos. I've always wanted to do a video like this. Maybe I'll do some more. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Any points, any tips. I really do appreciate y'all for even tuning in. Have a nice one. Peace.